Hello guys, salam alaikum, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about something that happened in almost all of our homes, and I'm going to still use the reference Africa because that's my immediate environment. And I know that this thing can happen anywhere, America, you know, the whole of Europe, Asia, but I'm going to be talking about my immediate environment. I'm talking about this belief that our African parents do in witchcraft, you know, wizards, demon, all those things. Now, before I get deep into the video, I want to emphasize on the fact that I'm not ignorant that these things are happening, that, you know, there are people out there that are just wicked for no reason, you know, that can do and undo. But we give them too much credit. We give them too much credit in the sense that, now this thing happens most especially in marriages where you see father's side and mother's side not getting along. I always ask, why is the marriage there in the first place? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me where something would happen on this side but they are blaming the other side, or this side and they're blaming the other side, and I'm like, why? So this thing happening a lot, and a lot of people are losing their lives. Some have lost properties, you know, because of all of these things. Someone can be sick, you will not go to the hospital. It's a case of, no, we don't have it in my lineage, someone must have done it. Now you will not go for treatment, you'll be chasing an invisible witch or an invisible wizard that probably is not even there. Someone might buy a car today and then the car is having issues. You will not take the car to the mechanic. It's a spiritual something. My enemies are at work. They don't want me to ride a car. Someone's marriage might fail. You might not look at, you know, the factors that come to play for the marriage failing. Nope. My enemies want to shame me. Is why my daughter is not married. Is why my daughter is not in her husband's house. Like, I get it, all these things are happening. But come on. So recently, I was diagnosed with something called a cough variant asthma, which is the first time I'm hearing of it. I actually did not know that asthma has different variant. Now, the problem here is I've had the symptoms for a long time, since when I was like my early teenage years actually. I've had it. But I wasn't taken to the hospital because of this whole spiritual something. You know, someone has someone they're eyeing that is responsible for my situation. I wasn't taken to the hospital up until recently when my sister was like, you know what, let's go to the hospital. And we did, and it was so simple. It turned out that it's something called a covariant asthma. I'm on medication and I'm praying over it. That is why in Hausa we say in Canada, I'm praying over it, I've been praying over it, and I'm taking medication, and alhamdulillah, I'm actually doing good, right? But someone don't have that opportunity. Someone somewhere don't have that opportunity. You are stuck with this whole, it's a witch, you know, it's someone in the village that is doing it. Up until the person dies, and then they say, my enemies have done it. Like, I don't know why we do that, right? People are out there that are wicked, yeah, but the credit that we give them is just too much. Because sometimes you don't go to the hospital, you don't go to the mechanic, you don't do the right thing. You just self-diagnose that it's actually someone that is doing it. When half the time, it's actually not like that. People have lost their life, and people are still going to lose their life if we don't do such a thing. A friend of mine was recently in the hospital. It turned out that she had something called an ovarian cyst. Now, let me tell you, the whole drama that played out before this person was taken to the hospital for the surgery and everything is something that made me sat down and I'm like, what a life. Because it was believed to be a spiritual something up until the thing got out of hand. Now, I'm saying this because there's someone somewhere that actually can relate to what I'm saying. And I've used myself as an example. If I did not go to the hospital, I would not know that I have the cough variant asthma. I probably believe that it's a spiritual something because it's been going on for a long time. And there are people out there that are living with it. Yes, these things happen. People are out there that are wicked. But before you come to that conclusion, make sure you've exhausted all means. Like, you've seen the doctor, you've done everything you need to do before you come to that conclusion. Because it's so weird when I see someone that is being diagnosed with something like, you know, hypertension, and they're like, God forbid, it's not me. They go back to sender. I'm like, who exactly is sending you hypertension? Like, auntie, take your drugs, you know? Someone will give birth today and probably the child has jaundice. God forbid, my enemies will not succeed. What enemies? Take your child to the damn hospital and you'll be fine. Like, what exactly is the problem? And this thing is happening a whole lot. So I feel like in 2023, it shouldn't be happening. Like, it shouldn't be happening. If I hadn't gone to the hospital, I wouldn't have had the realization that, okay, wait a minute, this thing can actually be dangerous. What if, God forbid, it was something worse I had? Do you get? So it's a case of what if? And many people don't have that opportunity to actually reflect because of what? They are 6 feet under. Nothing was done up until they died. So it's a really weird situation, but it's happening. A woman can go through a miscarriage. You know, it's a case of someone did it. My enemies don't want me to bear children. Auntie, calm down. Your enemies might not even care. Like, the situation of the country is affecting everybody, even your enemies. So calm down. Like, do the right thing. Like, I am a firm believer of faith. I think maybe that's why I'm making this video, and that's why a lot of these things are weird to me. I am a firm believer of faith, and I believe that my faith will not fail me. So I cannot sit down and I'm having a headache that is constant, that is not going away, and I will not go and see my doctor because of what is an anti-debilate. Nah, I'm not gonna do that no more. Like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, it's weird. So please and please, I am urging you, before you self-diagnose and come to the conclusion that it's an enemy that does not want you to marry, it's an enemy that wants to ruin your life, it's an enemy, go to the hospital, go to the mechanic, go to the max, go to the church, pray, do all of these things that you need to do. But don't just sit down and you're fighting an enemy that probably does not exist. We need to stop it. Now that it's reaching to the extent that people are losing their lives, I think we need to check it. Like, is it really worth it? You know, some people will be adamant about going to the hospital because according to them, they know who is responsible for this. They want to see to the end of it up until they lose that particular person. And then it becomes a case of, wow. You get? So I don't want it to reach that stage for anyone. I want us to just do the right thing. Okay? Do the right thing. Yes, pray, 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 because obviously we're nothing without God. Pray, pray, pray. But there's a reason why God gave certain people certain wisdom, be it your doctors, be it your mechanics, be it your architect, people to do certain things. So if you're feeling sick, go to the hospital. If your car is faulty, see the mechanic. If your house is on fire, call the freaking fire service. Leave village people alone, for God's sakes, okay? I hope you guys are all doing amazing, and I pray Allah continues to protect and guide every single one of us until I come your way again next time. Do not forget to please like, subscribe, and share. Bye.